Hello there.
Howdy.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm looking at a bunch of Tarantino movies on my screen.
Yeah? How do you feel about Tarantino?
He's my favorite director.
He's one of mine as well. Great director.
Yeah, not too bad.
Not too shabby. Some people who are really into film have kind of a pretentious outlook on him now, but I've always loved his movies and I continue to.
Great story.
It wasn't a story, more so a fact.
Great fact.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah. Want to rank these motherfucking movies?
Sure, like in a tier system.
Yeah, like, from S to D.
Interesting way to put it, but I'm down.
Alrighty. How about you want to go in order here, maybe?
Yeah, let's go in order.
Alright. Kill Bill Volume 2. I'll let you start us off.
Kill Bill 2?
Yep, Kill Bill Volume 2.
I'm putting that... Ooh. I'll put that S tier.
Wow, right off the bat?
Right off the bat.
Yeah, Volume 2 is good. You like Volume 2 more than Volume 1?
Yeah, but I also think I like Volume 1 more than most people, but...
Yeah, but overall you do like it more than 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would agree with that.
Yeah. Put that in that S.
There you go, baby boy. Death Proof. Some people think Death Proof is his worst. I don't think that. I mean, maybe it is. But it's not a bad movie, though. I don't not like it. I mean, I feel like it's entertaining. It's fucked up. It's weird.
Is this a tier system, based at a tier compared to all movies, or just the tier of, compared to his other movies?
No, compared to only Tarantino.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't... Definitely not S. I would not put it in A either. But, for me... It's not D. It's B or C for me. I think I would have to... It's only because we're comparing it to so many great movies. If I had to compare Death Proof to like you mentioned earlier, movies in general, I think it is really good. But in comparison to all these other great movies that he's made, I'd probably put it C.
All right. I would put it at D.
I'd put it at C.
All right. There you go. That's a C right there.
There it is.
What we got next? Django?
Django. I love that one. It's a good one.
Well, I'm putting that at S. I think that's my that's my favorite Tarantino movie. So.
Oh, your number one?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know if it's my number one, but I would put it in S.
Yeah.
I remember watching it together when we were younger.
Yeah, great movie.
Great movie, iconic lines.
The one of two, I've seen three Tarantino movies in theaters. One of three I've seen in theaters.
Yeah. I think I saw that. Yeah, I saw that one in theaters. Yeah. And then I'll wait I'll wait to talk about another one of my theater things for when we get to it. I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, great movie. I love Leonardo DiCaprio in that movie. I don't love the character.
Were you in a Mustang for 2 minutes?
No. Yeah, I got into my car and sped down the road and then came back. There was some fucking idiot going by my window. Going 100 miles an hour down that fucking road. Yeah, I love DiCaprio in that movie. Not the character. The character is awful, but his performance is so fucking good.
Yeah. Great all-around movie.
Great action. Really violent. But
it is Tarantino.
It is Tarantino, but you know, at least it didn't shy away from like the horror and the atrocities of that time, you know.
Yep, it kept it real while also making it sensationalized in a way too.
Yeah, he definitely put his own unique spin on it while keeping it real. So definitely deserves that. Hateful Eight that's my least favorite Tarantino movie. I'm just gonna come out and say it. In my opinion, I would put that. I don't really know if any of his movies deserve D tier, in my opinion, like compared to his other movies, because D still implies it's like a bad movie.
Right.
So I would put it C, in my opinion.
All right.
Is that kind of accurate for you?
Yeah, I would have it at C. I would just have Death Proof at D.
Yeah. Well, we're pretty similar so far.
But I definitely see where you're coming from, though, because I still like Death Proof. I still think it's a good movie that's worth watching with a lot of cool shots and scenes. And Kurt Russell's really a good actor in it.
I'm glad you feel that way about
it. See where you're coming from, yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Inglourious Basterds.
Love that movie.
I love that movie too. I'm gonna put it at A.
Oh, all right. Controversial for me.
Yeah.
I think it should be an S, but I'll give it.
I do think it's a great movie. I think there's maybe a little bit of a lull in it compared to Kill Bill 2 and Django. I think it keeps the pace up like every single scene. I think maybe there's a little lull here and there in Inglourious Basterds, but I still think it's like a great, fantastic movie.
Yeah.
I also don't want to put everything at S that I get.
Yeah, true. I feel like that's also why you're putting in A. You don't want everything to go in S, but in my opinion, for the record, I would put that in S. Inglourious.
But I do think that, like, if I was putting it side by side with Django and Kill Bill 2, I think those two are better movies than Inglourious Basterds, even though that's also still a great movie. It's tough.
It is really tough.
I do like Django better. So.
To me, they're definitely on par with each other. I think Inglourious is a piece of art. I love the movie. I love Christoph Waltz. I think he gives a great performance in it. One of my favorite performances from Brad Pitt too. I think he's actually really funny in the movie.
Yeah.
I love the ending too. That ending shot of them carving that into his head. I love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get you not want to put everything in S, and yeah, we'll put it in A for now. Jackie Brown, underrated. I don't think. That's another one people like to say is not great or is one of his worst. Definitely not D, because D, like I said earlier, I think D would mean a bad movie. I don't think any of his, in my opinion, I don't think any of his movies go into D tier. I don't know if I put it in as, I think Jackie Brown is better than Death Proof. Definitely better than The Hateful Eight. I love Robert De Niro in the movie. I think he's really good in it. I'm glad De Niro and Tarantino were able to work together. I don't think it is as good or as iconic as a lot of his other movies, but I do think it has a charm to it. It's a little more low key. It's a little more like low stakes kind of, but I do think it has its own unique charm to it. So for that reason, it has good music in it too. I'd put it at B.
Yeah, I agree with that.
B for Brown.
B for Brown. Great movie. Samuel L. Jackson's awesome in it too.
True.
Yeah, that's a great movie. Definitely underrated.
Yeah, a lot of people view it kind of like shittily. I wouldn't. I feel like it's underrated too.
Yeah, I wouldn't view it shittily.
Yeah. All right, Kill Bill Volume 1. That's yours.
Kill Bill 1. I like that movie a lot as well. I think there's a lot of really cool scenes in it. It like sets the tone of, I guess if you want to call it the Kill Bill universe or whatever.
Yeah.
Leading into the Kill Bill 2. I think I would put that at A.
Yeah. I don't think it should go in S.
Nah, it's not an S, but
No.
I would put it at A.
Yeah.
I love like just even from the beginning when she's like driving the pussy wagon and like it fights Vivian Fox. It's a cool movie.
Yeah, no, I do like Kill Bill 1 for sure.
But I'll put it in A instead of S because I think also it has some scenes that are kind of like there's a little bit of a lull a little bit in the movie where the action and like pacing kind of slows down.
Yeah.
But
you can't use that excuse for every movie.
Just those two.
I do think Inglourious Bastards is better than Kill Bill 1 though. In my opinion.
I wish there was a tier in between S and A.
Yeah, true. But having it before Kill Bill on here, kind of works.
Yeah.
On the row or whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, and I feel like the Kill Bill movies kind of proved that you can do a movie with a female lead that doesn't have a ton of bullshit like woke shit crammed down your throat.
Yeah, Jackie Brown too. Also.
Jackie Brown too, yeah. You can have an entertaining movie. It's not about the sheer fact of just having a woman in it. It's what all the extra dumb shit they add on top of that makes a lot of modern movies really annoying to watch, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, being the bride in Kill Bill, I mean, it's like a completely original character that like makes sense the way it was crafted around her. It's not like just like, oh, you're the Ghostbuster now, or like
yeah, right. And
create like something new,
and she deals with a lot of bullshit. She gets buried alive. She gets her ass kicked throughout these two movies. It's not like she does everything perfectly. Of course she wins and she comes out on top, but she gets really fucked up and hurt and beat up throughout these movies,
Yeah. Even like, this isn't in this tier with video, but like throwback to our horror movie video.
Yeah.
One of our favorite films was Rosemary's Baby, and that's also like a great female lead character.
Very true.
Even
Great
in
from me.
the honorable mention Repulsion, that was another female lead.
Definitely.
Great
Points.
movies.
Both of them, yeah. Very good films.
Oh, you know what? I know we're going on a tangent here, but for what we didn't mention for the horror movie videos, honorable mention, and we should have said the Babadook.
Oh yeah.
That's another great female lead in that movie as well.
You're right. Yeah, man. It can definitely be done without all the extra PC woke shit. It's not required. People don't like it. It's annoying. Focus on a good character. Focus on a good story. It's all you should be focusing on, you know?
Yep. Exactly right.
Yeah. Thank you. Let's see what we got. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I got to admit, when I saw that at the theater when it came out, I didn't like the movie, and it really fucked me up for a little bit because I had never seen a Tarantino movie that I liked. I've seen Tarantino movies before that I didn't 1,000,000% love and that I wouldn't put in S tier, but I hadn't seen one that I kind of didn't like. And then I rewatched it a few times, and my opinion totally changed on the movie, and I was really happy about that. I couldn't really get into the book version of it, but I rewatched the movie. Huh?
Yeah, I was agreeing.
Oh yeah. Rewatching the film, I realized what he was going for more as kind of a slow burn movie where you kind of get to know these characters over time in more of a laid back way until everything, turns into this huge horrific thing at the end. And then it was really his own unique take on history, which he did with Inglourious Bastards 2, his own unique take on what he wishes had happened in the real world, what he wishes had happened in history. And I would probably, for me, I'd probably have to put it in A, to be honest with you, after rewatching it multiple times. Not when I first saw it, but after rewatching it.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would put it A as well.
Yeah.
I liked it from when I first saw it in theaters, but I definitely know what you're talking about. It's definitely different than his usual style, and there's not a lot of flashy stuff going on in the movie, and it is like a slow burn.
Definitely.
It is it's almost this might be weird to say, but it's almost like watching a book or something, whereas it's not really his usual style of film, even though I agree that the book, I couldn't get into the book either. It was even more of a slow burn compared to the movie.
Yeah, maybe I'll give the book one more try, but I'm glad you see where I'm coming from with it. But yeah, it is a good movie for sure. Brad Pitt, obviously, good actor. I love DiCaprio in it. It was cool to see them together in the movie too. I liked that.
Yeah, I liked the chemistry that they had in that film.
Yeah, definitely. So, yep, A tier for Hollywood. You get a good one.
Pulp Fiction.
There we go.
We finally get a D.
Here we go. Maybe we'll go viral if we put it there. We have more integrity than that, though.
Yeah, obviously an S. I think that was the movie that really made me fall in love with Tarantino.
Yeah.
Just like a classic film. There's so many great moments and scenes, and revitalized John Travolta's career.
That crazy fucking guy.
Yeah.
Crazy fucking cultist.
Uma Thurman is great in it as well.
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis, yeah. Just the whole movie is amazing from beginning to end. Samuel L. Jackson, just amazing. I really like also how they kind of allude to, like, they kind of hint at like Kill Bill coming with like Uma Thurman's, she like tells a story of her like acting role where it's kind of like she's describing Kill Bill in a way.
Right. Yeah, man.
Great movie.
One of my favorite movies of all time. If I were to make a top 10 list, it would be in the top 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool, man. I love the movie. I love the whole vibe of it, the aesthetic of it. I think it became so beloved that some people view it as just like cliche to put it in a top 10, but I don't give a fuck about that. If I love a movie, then I love a movie. I don't care about any of that shit. I think so many good performances, like you had mentioned. Did you see it when you were young, like when you were a kid?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, me too. I think that movie and like Fight Club and a couple other movies like that when I was a kid, seeing them really opened my eyes to getting really into movies, and I'm grateful for that, for sure.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely S for sure.
Great dialogue. I love how, when you're watching it for the very, very first time, you never know what the fuck is going to happen. I love movies like that. When you see it for the first time, you can't predict what's going to happen. You don't know what way it's going to go. And that movie is a quintessential example of that. It gets so weird. There's so many different characters that end up coming in contact with each other. But when you're watching it, at first, you can't predict how it's going to play out,
Yeah, I love how that's like the pinnacle, like Tarantino style movie where it's just like all these crazy events that like somehow get intertwined towards the end and just they all come together. It's a fantastic movie.
True. All right. Final movie. Another guy fucking zooming past me. I'm gonna wait for that to die out. God damn. Living near a fucking NASCAR track. Reservoir Dogs. That was another movie I saw when I was young. That was another movie that, like I mentioned earlier, opened my eyes to different types of movies. It made me realize how intriguing and captivating films can be. I think Reservoir Dogs is a great movie. I think it has iconic imagery, iconic scenes and lines. I admire how he was able to pull off his very, very first fucking movie in the way he did. Saying that, I will mention that I think there are some aspects of it that if you were to compare it to his other movies, you can notice feels a little, it's not like it looks like an amateur film, but there's just parts due to the budget he was working with, which I will say he did a fantastic job working within the budget of a first-time director. I think he did a great fucking job if you take into account all of that. However, if we're judging it apples to apples and not apples to oranges, compared to his other movies, it's not as polished, in my opinion. I don't think it should go in S, but I do think it should go in probably A tier, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's tough. I mean,
I had a hard time.
For me, I would maybe put it at B, even though I love that movie as well. But I definitely think it's not as up there with like Kill Bill 1 or even Inglourious Bastards or Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I don't know if it's on the same level, but it is like kind of, there is like an iconic kind of factor to it with like their code names and like Steve Buscemi is like really awesome in it. The scene where like
God.
The guy's like cutting up the guy's like face and his ear. And,
right, with Stuck in the Middle with You.
Yeah.
Like the juxtaposition of that is fucking great in my opinion. That scene really stuck with me as a kid watching that, and him cut off an ear to that song.
Yeah.
It's tough because Reservoir Dogs is definitely, I think, better than I think it's better than Jackie Brown, but I don't think it's as good as Inglourious Bastards.
Right.
So I wish there was like a B plus.
Yeah.
But
yeah, because technically I would put like Inglourious Bastards at like A plus.
A plus, yeah.
And then Reservoir Dogs could slide into B plus.
Right. Well, we'll put Reservoir Dogs before Jackie Brown as a B plus.
Yeah, I like that.
And there we go, the Tarantino tier list.
I like that. We got Kill Bill 2, Django, Pulp Fiction, S tier.
Yep.
Technically, we got Inglourious Bastards A plus.
Correct.
Then at A, we got Kill Bill 1 and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Then, technically B plus, Reservoir Dogs. Then B, Jackie Brown. And then C, Death Proof and Hateful Eight.
There we go.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I think that is pretty accurate. Hopefully, people.
If we're doing if I would put, just my personal opinion, I would put Hateful Eight at like a C plus. If we're doing this plus stuff.
Yeah.
But that's just me. I liked it more than Death Proof.
Are you going off of the original Hateful Eight or the
original?
The director. Did you watch that one, the director's version? Director's cut?
Like where he like kind of cut it up into like bite-sized pieces?
Yeah, but he added more. Like if you were to watch that all the way through, there's more shit he added to it.
I don't remember if I watched that one, but I'm just going off the original. I enjoyed it. I like that kind of like Western kind of, all these crazy like people trapped in like a cabin together vibe.
I liked the premise of it. I liked the idea of it. I thought, in my opinion, it could have been done better though.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know,
but I do like it better than Death Proof, I think.
All right. One of our minor disagreements. But it's not really a big deal. We're arguing about two things that are already in fucking C tier anyway. I mean, it's not
like a slightly better C tier versus normal C tier.
But yeah, to anyone watching who has not watched every movie on here, you should definitely check them out. A lot of people actually haven't seen movies like Jackie Brown. I would recommend it for sure. I think all of Tarantino's movies are good. I hope people watching remember that we're comparing his movies to each other. We're not, comparing them so like fucking Fast and the Furious, you know what I mean?
Right.
If you were to take Hateful Eight and Death Proof and compare them to a lot of the terrible fucking awful bullshit movies being made today, they'd be in like A or S tier if you're comparing them to like that bullshit,
Obviously Fast and Furious is S tier of all movies.
Definitely the one where they go into fucking orbit. You there?
I'm there. My bad. The dog went crazy.
No
but
problem.
that is our Tarantino tier list. I think it's I think we got a great tier system here.
Hell yeah. We should pump out more of these, huh?
Yeah, I think we might. I think we might make another tier or two.
Fuck yeah. So, in the comments, tell us what your favorite Tarantino movie is. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people giving us a ton of shit saying, fucking Reservoir Dogs should have been an S tier. You guys are fucking morons. Fuck you. I can't wait to read those.
I hope it happens. I hope somebody thinks that Death Proof should have been S tier.
There's going to be people who think Kill Bill should have been D tier and Reservoir Dogs should have been S tier and Death Proof should have been A tier. Definitely going to be all over the place, I feel like.
Yeah, well, I'm excited to read those opinions.
Hell yeah. And if you don't like Tarantino, fuck you, fuck off, and get out of here.
Why are you even watching a Tarantino tier list if you don't like it?
Because deep in their heart, they were like, I hope they put all of them in D tier. I just want someone to agree with me. Alrighty.
Alrighty, well, fuck off.
Alright, fuck you.